The Narcissist Secrets. I mean, you will watch videos about the narcissist secrets, their dirty secrets, or whatever, right? What I try to do is add something that I don't hear any of them say. Or some of them may say it, but I kind of evaluate some of the videos because you don't want to just keep putting out the same information that everybody else has, right? And I mean, it's been some YouTubers that have mentioned this, that sometimes the narcissist will say things directly to you because a lot of them are unaware narcissists. So he may randomly tell you, because you're quiet and humble and you seem nice, he may randomly tell you he just beat a few men up the street. You might invite him over for coffee and he'd be like, yeah, by the way, I just beat some guys up there, girl. And you just looking at the dude like he's crazy, right? So that's just a off the wall example, but that's literally how it happens. I have lived a long time now, right? And I have been amazed and surprised till this day of some of the things people have said to me. Intimate partners and people I barely knew. And don't get me wrong, it's nothing wrong. Like if I'm out at Starbucks and somebody's telling me that they're confiding. Well, they're not telling me they're confiding in me. They are confiding in me because they can feel a spirit of trust and a good energy, like I would have compassion for them. They could start saying, well, you know, my mom or my dad just died. I'm not talking about those situations. So a lot of these videos, they'll talk about the narcissist secrets as if it was something that was such a secret. And many times the narcissist is really not having secrets. And the reason they're not really having as many secrets as you may think. Yes, all narcissists have secrets. You have some secrets. You can't sit here and tell me or have in your mind that you've told somebody everything. And not telling someone everything does not mean what you're holding as a secret is a bad thing. You may choose not to tell someone that you still have your mom's blanket that you sleep with at night. I don't know, just whatever secret. It's not always a bad secret, but nobody usually tells somebody everything. And that's because you don't necessarily remember to do it. Okay? And not all people know the same thing about you. You know, people that really get to know you may know similar things. They may know your religious preference. They may know how many children you have. They may know where you went to school, where you grew up at. These are just basic demographic things that people will know about you. But going back to the narcissist secrets, not just narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths, anyone that has cluster B disorders, even if they're empathic, they could be an empathic person and they just got some deceitful ways about them. Okay, so keep in mind, secrets don't just flow from a narcissist. But in this case, we're just going to say these people are either narcissists or highly narcissistic. They don't have as many secrets as you think they have. And I'm going to tell you why. They saying it right to your face. You just ain't listening. You're not listening to what they're saying. If somebody tell you, well, you know, I was out of town and some of my friends or homies or my cousins, we was in a place and it was some transgenders and a big fight broke out and one of the dudes got mad because he really thought that they was women. They was transgender women, but them was really men for real. Them are men. So this person is telling you this toxic story, right? And these are stories that a lot of women are told by men that are bisexual or down low. He's telling you this story, right? So the secret is you need to figure out how to add the other part. So he's telling you this story. So it ain't a secret that he gay or bisexual, because what he ain't telling you is that he humped on one of the transgender females. Come on now, people not gonna tell you that part. So you don't need to find out everything to know the secret. When people be telling me stories like that, and trust me, I've heard many stories. Like I said, I've lived long enough. I can remember going back to when I was in St. Louis, when I was a young girl. I can look back then as to some stories, and I can look back and say, oh my goodness, they was trying to say this. Sometimes you don't realize it till later, but now you don't have to realize it till later because I'm doing this video. The stuff that they saying to you is not a secret. You just ain't listening, and you're not putting the missing piece on it. So the missing piece is when you have that doubt in your mind. So when a man is telling you, yeah, we was down in Atlanta and it was some transgenders and blah, blah, blah. And all you need to know is he was in the midst of it. And then ask yourself this. Why is he in Atlanta in the first place? He ain't mentioned he got no family down there. You know, you got to remember, so many down low men down in Atlanta. That's the meetup spot now. That's like the club for the bisexual and gay men. So when I look back on things and I got full-blown evidence of what it was, right? Where it was just right in my face. What I learned is it was never a secret in the first place. I didn't know the signs and I wasn't listening. And I wasn't adding in the missing piece that's logic and reason. You don't put nothing past these people. So when a man tells you he was in Atlanta or whatever state, we're going to use Atlanta here as an example because it's a high number of black men down there that will take some you know what in the behind. Okay, so when he telling you he was down at that location and you know he nasty on top of it. So you got to look at a person's character. This is a person that's kind of promiscuous anyway. Now, if I'm telling you the story, I'm not out there like that. So I've been in situations where I've turned down a lot of things. I can remember a long, long time ago, I was at a concert and it was all kind of stuff popping off and I ended up at the wrong location and I did back out. But that was many, many years ago. We talking about now, this is 2022. So you always want to, oh, well, now I know he's bisexual or he's gay because he's giving me HIV or AIDS. You don't need all of that to find out that he's like that. You just need to listen. Listen. When he on the phone with you talking about, yeah, I'm getting ready to go to my man house, girl. Talk to you later. Listen, just listen. It's right there. These people's secrets ain't really secrets. You just too trusting to put in the missing piece that's so logical and reasonable. You just don't want to add it in because you don't want to believe that somebody could lie to you. And that's crazy. You want to believe that, yes, devils exist, but you don't want to believe that a devil will outright lie to your face. You don't need HIV or AIDS, and no disrespect to nobody that has that. I hope you surviving and living well. There's a lot of treatments that are out here for that. Many people, if you catch HIV before it turns into AIDS, you can live a very normal, functional, healthy life with medication. You have to take medication though. So I'm not devaluing nobody, but you should be on here telling your testimony. If you got HIV or AIDS from some down low dude, you need to be telling the world about it. Other YouTubers are. That's a testimony, especially if you caught it before it turned into AIDS. However, many people can be protected from that. You got to listen to these men's stories. Okay? You got to listen to their stories. And so that's just what I wanted to point out on this video about dirty secrets, the narcissist secrets, whatever you want to call it. They ain't secrets. Just listen. Oh, you don't know he's a serial killer, and you don't know that. You found out when he got caught. But you was on the phone with him every day. Even though you knew he owned a condominium, you was on the phone with him every day when he was, for some reason, going into this strange storage unit he never took you to. That's where his bodies was at the storage unit. So, for now on, listen to what people say, look at their surroundings, and quit thinking that it's such a secret. Just add the missing piece on it. It's like a puzzle. They're telling you part of the puzzle, right? So it's up to you to put in the missing pieces. Use your brain. Stop getting high. Get sober so you can think about these things. Trust me, if you sober and you're not somebody that's pumping downers in your body, marijuana, alcohol, oxycodons and all these other things, heroin, you're not putting none of that in your body that's making you depressed, your brain should be working just fine for you. So you got to listen to what they say and add the missing piece. And that's what I learned over time. I found out many secrets. I found out secrets and they never even told me the secret. But the way I did it was using Irene's brain and putting the pieces together. And it will make a perfect puzzle. And stop being so trusting of these demons. So that's what I basically wanted to say is, when you hear YouTubers talk about narcissist secrets, dirty secrets, they ain't secrets. They told you right up front. He told you he kind of knocked the other woman down in the floor in the living room. When he said he kind of, but see, you paid attention to the word kinda. Well, he said he kinda, so it didn't happen. No, you need to listen to the part he knocked the woman down in the floor. Now he done shot you in your back. Well, it was a secret. I didn't know he beat her up. No, it wasn't a secret. He told you. And that's the blessing that a lot of these narcissists that are unaware, they don't even know they narcissists. So they telling you the game. They telling you what they did. I had to learn this. And when I look back on it, I feel kind of silly. Because I'm like, was I slow? The man was telling me, my goodness. But that I want to feel sorry for somebody. Oh, I can help them. No, you can't. You just can't help them. You gotta help yourself at this point. You cannot do nothing in those situations. I promise you to help yourself. And you'll live a much better life. Because you won't go through a lot of what I went through. So, and it's helped me so much. It also helps your conscious mind. It helps you be able to develop your thoughts and to analyze things better. Now, remember, I also said before, it'll make a perfect puzzle. So sometimes, if it doesn't make a perfect puzzle, because what we don't want to do is accuse somebody of something that they didn't do. But I promise you, when these demons are telling you their secrets, that's what they're doing when they tell you part of it. They're telling you the secret. Unconsciously, they're telling you the secret. They're not doing it consciously. Because if they were able to do that, they would be more honest individuals. They would not be a narcissist. They would not be a sociopath. So it's all about what they're doing unconsciously. They could have been around somebody that raised them that lied all the time. So that's all they know how to do, tell a lie. So trust me, it's worked, and I found out many secrets by just remembering, having a good memory too. Now, if you one of those type of people, you be forgetting what people done said to you, that's not good. And so I can remember one of my great friends said to me, I don't even remember what year stuff happened. I said, well, I do. A lot of times it's helped me match things up too, because I remember what year they said something. If they told me in 2016 that they went to their mama funeral in 2013, I remember the year that they told me this, right? And then here it is, 2022, and they say they went to their mama funeral last year. Well, how many mamas he got? Because I remember in 2016, because that was the year I moved. See, another thing, this is another way that will help you remember events and things, is connect what they told you to something that you were doing in your life. So I can recall, this happened, somebody told me this, somebody did that, because in that particular year, I moved to a different city. So that's how you can connect what people have told you, by somehow connecting, and also connecting to people more emotionally. When people tell you stuff like they don't remember and stuff like that, sometimes they have illnesses that cause forgetfulness, Alzheimer's and dementia and things like that. But if they don't have those type of illnesses, some mental illnesses may cause memory loss. Sometimes even with extreme PTSDs, it may cause that. But for many people, they're forgetting things because they're not emotionally connecting to what you are telling them or to what they heard. So those are signs of narcissistic people too, because what you saying is going in one ear and out the other. When you have to tell somebody 4 or 5 times your uncle passed and things like that, they're not connecting your sorrow and grief to them in any kind of way. They're just like, it ain't they uncle, they ain't listening. So just pay attention to those kind of signs too. And I'm gonna name this video, It Ain't No Secret. I'm gonna name it something to the point of, narcissists ain't got no secrets. I might name this video that, because their secrets are most of the time not secrets. Now, in some rare situations, you might have a psychopath on your hand that can be very charming and manipulative, but he ain't got no secret neither, because I'm gonna tell you what you need to pay attention to in those cases. It's too good to be true. He's too perfect. So what he got going on ain't no secret neither. That's gonna be the one that has the bodies at the storage that he goes to every day. So just keep that in mind. And I'm going to tell you a quick real life story of this case that I watched many, many years ago. And never take it personal when you go to a storage unit and they ask you, what are you storing there? Don't take that personal. And I'm going to tell you why. Just a quick story that you might, it's a sad story, but it's going to open your eyes. Because me using that storage example made me think of this example. Now, this particular man was not a serial killer, but he had killed one person that they found out that he killed. So this particular man, he was a European American man, and he was married to his first wife. And they had a daughter, I think. Yes, they had a daughter. And from what I remember, it was a daughter, not a son, because I remember in the video they were saying that she was very sad to find out what her dad had did to her mom. So he murdered his first wife. Okay. And he kept her in his storage unit on ice. Okay. Now listen to this very carefully. He had her on ice. So She didn't smell. Nobody knew she was in there. Okay. He had his wife, his dead first wife, in there for 20 years on ice. I remember in the video they said she was on ice. I don't know if that means she was in a freezer. I don't know how that. I never kept nobody on ice, so I can't tell you how he did it. All I know is she was frozen. Okay, so that's why she didn't smell. So I'm assuming she was frozen, because if not, they would have been in there. But they kept using the term on ice. I'll never forget this case. Some cases just stick in your mind. You just never forget it. So anyway, so I guess she was missing, so to speak. His first wife was missing. And so their daughter grew up, of course. I think their daughter was like a teenager when it happened. She wasn't a young child. He had already been married to his first wife 15, 20 years. So his wife went missing. They never suspected that he did anything to his first wife. But check this out. He gets remarried. So he marries his second wife. However, he keeps this storage unit. Now keep in mind, the storage unit was only in his name. His name only. Because he had the storage unit before he met his second wife. So okay, he meets his second wife. And his marriage has lasted a long time. Okay, so he's married to his second wife approximately another 20 to 25 years. Now, his second wife paid all the bills. He made the money, she paid the bills. And when I say pay the bills, she's writing the checks out. This is back in the day. This is an old case. So this is back in the day where this woman is writing checks. So she knows that her husband has a storage unit. However, I guess she's kind of assuming he's hoarding or whatever. So she purposely stops paying the bill. Okay, because she didn't think it was needed anymore, because I guess he's like telling her ain't really nothing in the storage unit. Because of course he's not gonna tell his second wife, by the way, my first wife is in there, my baby mama, because he has a daughter with his first wife, right? So he's not gonna say, and I'm laughing not at it, I'm just saying, it's just crazy. So he's not gonna tell his second wife, my first wife and my baby mama in there. So the second wife stops writing checks to the storage, right? Because she's thinking it's not necessary. And guess what? When she stops paying the storage unit managers take over, because they're no longer receiving payment. So they're ready to go in to see what they can sell and auction off. And unfortunately, you can't auction off this woman's first wife. And that's how he got busted, right there. When that second wife stopped paying that storage bill. And she did it on purpose because she wanted to eliminate debt. And she felt like they didn't need that bill. She didn't go in there. Her husband saying, ain't nothing there important. Ain't nothing there we need, baby. And stuff like that. And so she eliminated that out of her budget. And he ended up in prison for life. So anyway, I hope that gives you an example. So in that case, look at her case. The second wife case of this man, right? It wasn't no secret. It never was a secret. Because every month she wrote that payment out. She physically wrote a check to pay on her first husband's storage. And it's her fault that she never went in there. See, you got to know what's going on too. People got rooms in their house they don't check. I make sure I go in my garage and check my garage. Even though I'm not always using the garage, I go in there once a week and check it out. You need to make sure you check your rooms, check the outside. Be more aware of your surroundings. I mean, I went out on my deck the other day. I heard something rummaging around and I didn't know that somehow somebody threw a garbage bag out on my deck. I don't know where it came from. The garbage people mislocated it, put it in the wrong area. I don't know, but I heard some squirrels or something, so I went out there to check, and it was out there. So in that case, I heard it because I heard the noise, but it makes me wonder, how long had it been sitting there? So just make sure you check your surroundings too. And don't be so naive. Don't be like that woman and be writing a check somewhere and you never even been to that location. So I hope this helps. But to end this, narcissists ain't got no secrets. They don't. Most of the time, they ain't got no secrets. What it is you not paying attention. Pay attention. Be aware of your surroundings. Don't underestimate nobody. And don't acknowledge that a devil exists, but think he can't lie to you or she can't lie to you. Okay? So please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for listening.